If I made out with the sink, would you pay attention to me?
I mean, that would be a difficult feat to achieve. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, well it seems like we are back. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Stormer from Stormer Mia Plays, and I'm getting ready to send out the invitation to get people to join the chat. Stand by just a second please while I get that sent out.
Mood lights have more fun.
Alright, got all the invitations out. Hello Joe, welcome to the stream. I saw you were posting back in Faerun. Let me look at that real quick before we get started. Yeah. I would hope that Strega would never ask you to fight her 7 evil exes. Question. Is the person we know one of the evil exes?
If you know what the word proletariat means, do you know what that makes you?
Alright. So, today we're going to be continuing with activating the personalities throughout the sink, and then, if we have time, we're going to go and talk to the think tank and then go kick Mobius's scientific butt. There might be a child watching, so I censored my language. Okay, let's go ahead and remove the marker. So we have one destination here and one destination at the Y-17 medical facility, which we needed the... We needed this to proceed. Just come over here, and did I check these containers? I did not check these containers. What the heck? Where did you guys come from? I killed you guys. You guys aren't supposed to recover that quickly. By the way, who gives a doctor robot a flamethrower? Okay, I just put down this barrier into this room. Patient log, Y170.
This is Christine Royce,
Oh
Knight
no!
of the Brotherhood of Steel, the Circle. Not going to make it through this. Hope someone finds this message, gets it to the Brotherhood in the West. Tracked a rogue Brotherhood elder, Elijah, here to the Big Empty. Place is more than it seems. There's a crater hidden deep inside. Junkyard of pre-war labs scattered across the crater's surface, all still running, like this one. Elijah's dissecting these centers, one by one. Tracked him to an old Chinese-American internment camp. Survivors, ghouls, have bomb collars. Robots moved in when I tried to intercept him. Elijah sent the camp ghouls against us both, like walking bombs. Got hit by the explosions, woke up here. Guess the medical robots were programmed to bring wounded victims from the camp to this center. Some kind of autodoc prototype lab, manned by corpses trapped inside suits that keep them moving. No idea why. Not sure how long I'm going to last. Cut open my head like a lot of the humans I've seen here. Feel strange. Can talk, but can't hack the term. Wait, an explosion outside. Someone's here. Someone...
Well, that's something we'll see more of later. I literally walked right past these. I could have picked these up the last time I was here, but I didn't, as I'm an idiot. I believe this is sending me back outside, isn't it?
Mighty think tank, still cowering in your dome? Cower, you fools, cower.
Oh, Mobius. Oh, this is the hazmat testing ground. I should, there's a thing in here that I should claim while I'm here. Hazmat, dark light cal added. Hazmat suit added. I did not take these. Take a look at those new items we just picked up. The hazmat suit is poison resistance plus 85, damage threshold of 11 is not even bad. I may have to use that eventually. This gives you night vision and gives you 2 damage threshold. So for a total of 13 while wearing it. Okay, off to the next location. I mean, it's in good shape and it's better than what I'm currently wearing. Put that on. That's in good shape still, so we'll just keep that on. Take a look at how we look in the... This is a hazmat suit. It doesn't look very secure. Ooh, a stim pack, that's nice. Coffee mug. Always good to stay on Muggy's good side. Muggy gets us empty syringes with which we make stim packs. Oh god, Z14 DNA splicing lab. This place is crawling with Cazadors! Oh hey, by the way, proton throwing axe. Also 2 more mugs for Mugsy. Hold on, I'm gonna change my weapon real fast. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Burn that lover down. Specimen 73. This is one of the strongest cazadors in the game. And he's dead. Ooh. So, you remember that headset that we found in the medical lab? This is that, but 3 times stronger. It's a regular scientist glove. I can't use that to repair this, can I? Oh, I can! Oh, that's nice. Because, oh, I forgot, I got, I have, jury rig now. So honestly, any kind of fist weapon can be used to maintain this, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look up and see what the exact, like... ooh, empty syringe. Bottle caps. Money. Vision batteries. You want to take all the Fission batteries that you can find. Trust me, you'll understand later. There we go. Oh god, I'm pretty low on health. Yep. Trying to get just the right amount of... There we go, back to full health. Was trying to get back to full health without, utterly, like, without tipping into my medical supplies. Oh, I should take these, if I can. I think that's the end of this location. We went in there. We went in there. Yeah, I think that's everything. I think we've seen everything in this area. Okay, let's see. We got 4 more locations. One here, one right next to Yangtze, and one next to the construction site. Well, let's hit little Yangtze for enemies nearby. What are we facing? I don't see anything. VATS isn't picking up anything either. There we go. I literally walked right past this again. If this is even the one I'm actually heading towards. It's not. It's probably in this tent. I literally walked right past that. That wasn't what I was here for, though. What exactly am I here for? What is this? Find upgrades. It doesn't tell me exactly which ones I'm currently hunting for is the problem. See, now that helped. It's up there. It's gotta be. I forgot to go into the watchtower last time. Broken detonator, huh? Good gracious. Deactivated bomb collar. Oh, there we go. Mulching. Proton axis, 5. That's a really good find. Elijah's journal, huh? We just heard about Elijah. Second day at pre-war concentration camp. Kept China citizens here before war. Radiation turned them. Had to keep them in camp with collars. Explains why some of these slave collars exist. Also wondered. Some were clearly pre-war tech. Always wondered. Some were clearly pre-war tech. Researching the collar frequencies. Touchy circuit architecture is messy. Deconstructing them taking time. Must be careful, can't be spotted by local robots or insane brains from the dome will try to haul me back there, then research me. No sign of that courier from before. He stays out of my way. I'll stay out of his. Been thinking about that Sierra Madre he mentioned. If he's right, I'll just need to find the casino radio frequency to track it down. Wouldn't need his help. If the working holograms and toxic gas are preserved there, might be easier to study them there with no robots to interfere. And those dispensers might have use for those as well. Day 4, still continuing research. Found way to deactivate collar after some failures. Just a few headless ghouls. It's been hard to go fishing in the camp without with them trying to run the gate and their heads exploding. Damn collar's twitchy. Need to ration the mentats, giving me migraines. While setting up the radios to monitor dome and robots, though I saw a giant scope from the building on the other side of the compound. Should check it out, make sure I'm not being watched. Might be that courier. Still, he would have come straight up rather than hiding. Instinct says it's someone else. That would have been Christine, who was looking for Elijah, because he went rogue. Other side of the compound. Is there another tower? No, I think he means this building over here. Hold on. Maybe I missed something over here on this building. I did. Christine's COS silencer rifle. This is one of the only truly silent rifles in the game. I'm going to save real quick because I vaguely remember there being an ambush when I picked this up. And I'm overcumbered. How much? By 3. Okay, I need to get rid of something. That's pretty valuable. Oh wait, I've got all those Cazador eggs that I don't need. Let's drop 4 of those. Yep, I was correct. Alright, take what I can, although there's not a lot of room to carry things. I do want that other proton axe, but I'm just going to use it to repair mine. I'm not going to actually carry it with me this time. Oh god, I can use rebar clubs to fix my proton axe. Well, definitely gonna have to reconsider what I take with me to fix up my proton axe, because if I can take something lighter with me, that would be much appreciated. Actually, I'll have to do some research. So before I decide what exactly I'm taking with me to Zion, for honest heart. So the whole gimmick with that is they give you 75 pounds of carry weight, and you got to take exactly that much with you to Zion. Now, once you get there, you can take out whatever you want. But they basically cut your inventory in half when you're going to Zion, or less if you actually push your inventory above 150. I think there are ways if you're sneaky enough or intimidating enough that you can get a little higher, but I'm not really in either of those categories, so put that away. That's a unique weapon. Put away 6 of those. That's full power. We can put that away for now. See, I don't need that since... Oh, no, I do need that Yingzi. Give me that back. Okay, put these away for backups. Put that away for now. No reason to carry the leather armor if I'm not going to be using it right this minute. Yeah, let's put that away for the moment. I can always come back and grab it if I need it. We've got the Christine's armor, and this one is that we're wearing right now. Okay, then we'll just go ahead and drop off. Yo, Muggy, where are you?
Oh, please, please, don't. Oh, oh, please, please.
Yeah, by the way, I've moved all the empty syringes right next to where I make the stim packs. There's no reason to have to run all the way to the bedroom to grab stim packs, or the empty syringes to make stim packs with. See, scrap electronics, go away. Wonder glue, go away.
Would you like some toast?
Put on my bartered gear.
Might I be of service, sir?
And once I no longer need the energy weapon, like I'm gonna make bank off of those. Alright, I should probably go and drop some rest to get my HP back. Also get well rested, may as well get bonus experience. Alright. Construction site next. Almost level 19, good gracious. Level up! Woo! 19 time! Alright, so let's see, where are we? Repair is good at 90 for the time being. Let's get speech up to 90. Let's get medicine up to 65. Science up to 80 is probably a good, because with a magazine I can get science up to 100, so, and then, yeah, that'll work. Get lock picking up in the right direction. Oh, perimeter warning, get away from that.
Hostile target detected.
Oh, hey,
Violent
that's
bullet.
I don't have the shovel with me, drat. I was gonna check the grave
continue.
there, but I don't actually have the shovel. Didn't I already kill these guys? I guess I must have respawned already. That's weird. That was pretty quick. Okay, so somewhere over here. Oh, water production. Okay. Right, so got 2 locations right here. Let's go to the think tank and go from there. What do we got down there? Can you see what's down there? Because I cannot. There's definitely something down there. Oh, it's the trauma harnesses. Okay, that's what it is. Let's see, what does this do? Right, he's loose. He can see me. Might help if I put my armor back on. The K9000 Cyberdog gun. There's also a unique version of it called Big Fido. Read some stim packs. Ow! Confuse you. Let me deal with these other guys first before I try to... Right off with his head! Alright, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted by dead people? What's that? They weren't dead before I punched them? I mean, that's how it works. Actually, they were dead. Those are technically, the harnesses are moving on their own. They have a dead, like, skeleton inside them, but the skeleton's not controlling. The harness is doing everything themselves, which questions why the harness isn't capable of using firearms. But unfortunately, there's a lot of things that the think tank did that don't make a lot of sense. Where the heck did you guys even come from? I don't even see where, like, because y'all weren't in here when I first came in here. Did y'all come to another door? Boom! Smart lights acquired. Yeah, it's kind of creepy that there's just a fresh apple that's been sitting there for God knows how long. Proton axes! Woo! I mean, they're not bad as weapons, but honestly, I don't know of anyone who uses them as weapons instead of just using them as, like, free repair for your, like, primary weapon. Of course, then again, I don't know a lot of people that use the protonic inversal axe either, so I guess there is that. Xeon just said that he would fight Ramona's 7X girl, or 7 evil X's because she's hot. Like, hey, to each their own. I mean, the actress that plays Ramona definitely is hot. I can get behind that. Ow. Okay, gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drink a sarsaparilla. Get some HP coming back. Ah, the Saturnite Alloy Research Station. Only feels right as we go in here that I switch over to the superheated Saturnite Fist.
good.
Except for we have robots. I just wasted a stim pack.
Don't stand still. Oh, yes. Let's all beat up on the robot. Don't stand still.
Go and make sure that everything is dead before I start looting. Well, start looting in earnest, anyways. I'm always up for a little bit of opportunistic gathering. Man, it's been a long time since I've been down here.
Oh, yes. Let's all beat up on the robot.
Sparks, huh? That's unique, Mr. Handy.
Oh, yes. Let's all beat up on the robot.
Protonic and burst, protonic throwing axis, and a Saturnite
Beat
fist.
up on the robot. You have insulted my honor. And
I don't know how I insulted your honor. I guess existing did it? Yeah, I shouldn't need to say this, but going down there is death. Should not have to feel the need to say that. Can I use this police baton to fix my axe, just out of interest? No, okay. So the rebar club for some reason can work, but the police baton cannot. Maybe because both of them are two-handed weapons and the police baton isn't? I'm gonna have to look into it further. Another Saturnite fist. I'm trying to find my way to this. Interesting. I thought... Hold on. I'm gonna have to look this up. Where am I again? Saturnite Alloy Research Factory. Okay. Holotape is in the cabinet in the large factory room across from the south entrance. So this is not the correct place. This is not a factory room. This is a... I don't really need the jet. Jet's just not as exciting as it is in Fallout 4 when it slows time. This is a factory floor. This would be where I would suspect it to be. Man, it looks like they were in the process of making a giant metal bar. Well, this should be the south entrance. standing in the cabinet in the large vent crust from the... Damn, somebody did jet them. Somebody did jet until they died here. I mean, they were making missiles, is what they were making. Or at least the casings for missiles. Boom! Mood lights. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, where's it sending me next? Oh, apparently I have everything. That can't be right.
Hi again, sweetie.
Can you turn on those lights for me?
You bet I can.
Look at this. Mood lighting, +2 charisma, +5 barter, +5 speech for 12 hours after initial exposure. I mean, it's a very small amount of time, but it's still something. And this gets +2 intelligence, +2 repair, and +5 repair, +5 science.
How can I
It's got its
illuminate
uses, but it's not what I would need right now. Now that +2 charisma, however, oh, that's nice, and it goes throughout the entire building. By the way.
Well, hello.
I got the mulching, but I guess you don't want to talk.
Between you and me, I think the Central Intelligence Unit is a bit of a snob.
Okay. Oh, no, book shoot mulches. That's for pencils and clipboards. Spare parts and duct tape and lead. Okay.
Greetings, citizen. Ready to receive?
Stay loyal, citizen.
You require some additional...
Not right now.
Otherwise, I remind Sir that it is a waste room.
193 experience for finishing and influencing people, and I should get the next quest, which will let me fully activate the biological research station. Yep, here we go, field research. While I'm here, let me go ahead and empty out my inventory. Muggy, where are you? Why do I always seem to lose you?
Might I be of service?
Sell the flamer, sell that, sell that, sell that. Pick up anything here? Nope. There you are.
Oh, please, please!
Oh, sweet fulfillment.
You require some additional... If you know what the word...
All right. Next objective is sending me to... Dang it. Forbidden Zone entrance. What? Is it telling me to get the Robo Scorpion? Oh gosh. Game. I appreciate if you didn't try to give me, like, rush me to get into killing the Robo Scorpion, please, and thank you. Got the hit. I got that. Got giant tarantula. Okay, I gotta go back to the botanical garden. Apparently I missed something when I was here the last time. Of course, I'm still not going the right way. Yes. Yes. Ow. Seed package. There we go. Dried brock flower. Excellent. Dried jalapeno. Dried pinto bean pod. Dried xander root. Ah, yes. Those are exactly everything I wanted. Speaking of xander root, is there any here? Yes. Just the one xander root, it looks like. Oh well. I can make a stim pack, that's the important part. Ah, you're back, I see. Ow! Yep, I'm just gonna run because he can't follow me. And I can't reach him anymore. Okay, surely I must be far enough away by now. Just gonna go heal real quick because I'm in bad shape before we go after the other seeds. Northeast, the Signal Hills transmitter. Signal Hills transmitter. Have I been there yet this this playthrough? Signal Hills transmitter. Oh yes, we have been here. Near a fountain northeast. So set my course for northeast and look for the fountain. Ah, here we go. Oh, hey, this is a unique enemy. You know what they say? A corrosive glove. That's the other unique science glove I was talking about. They say plant types are weak, or grass types are weak to fire. And take that. Oh, Xander root. Oh, I got the bag of seeds already. Okay. And then we go... Hold on. And then we go north of the second package, so this way. And there'll be another spore plant. Ah! Right here. God, I was not expecting a mine. I really should have been, though. I just realized there's an achievement for earning 10,000 damage with unarmed weapons. I really, really ought to be working on that. What? What am I in danger from? Fallout New Vegas, are we having a moment? There is no red on the compass. What am I in danger from? Oh, game. Never change. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed our jaunt over to Old World Blues. I always enjoy Old World Blues. It's one of my favorite locations to come, but I'm always excited to get back to the Mojave afterwards. Now, having said that, you know, this is where my base is going to be, so I'm not going to be moving out of the sink, so. We may not return here every part, but every couple parts for sure. I punched the rifle out of his hands, and then punched it to pieces. Yeah, we've already got the achievement for dealing 10,000 damage with unarmed melee weapons. Honestly, I should be further along than I am, because Maybe the damage doesn't stack between characters.
The toaster. Beware the toaster. It could.
You got some plans for me, don't you? Yeah, I can smell it all over you.
Command you to open your port and receive my seed.
Ah, yeah, baby. Just slip it in there. All the way down in that dark, moist earth. Launching interface.
God, it's so bad. Process seed into plant circuit. Alright, in a couple of days, this will all be grown up and green, and I'll be able to gather this stuff. Let's see, how many... Alright, so I have 4 Xander root, but I have 12 Brock flower. Let me show you a little secret. So, since, first of all, let me put away all the Xander root I have. Now, I'm going to put away... I'm going to put away 8 Brock flower. Now, so I have 4 Brock flower left.
Well,
so if I come up
hell.
to him, and I'll say, I'd like you to process some plants, convert plant matter into salient green, come over here to this. Now I'm going to make 4 clone Xander root. Now, I'm going to take out my Xander root and my Brock flower. Well, I didn't need to take out all of it, but now I have 8 Brock flower and 8 Xander root.
Oh, please, please!
I think I have some. No, I don't.
You...
Come down here, make 8 stem packs, and deposit all my empty syringes back into the thing. Woo! Alright, so the only thing left is the barks, which I should probably finish. Or not the barks, but the musical samples. What have I collected so far for you?
What's the hat?
Do I not have opera singer?
What's the hat? Right.
Oh, there we go. Okay, no, so I have everything but the Robo-Scorpion one. Okay. So let's do Gabriel's Bark. Okay. So the only thing left is to get the one from the Robo-Scorpion. That's literally my only objective left on this quest. Okay. Alright, it's time to go talk to the think tank, because there's nothing else to do. Let me check the status of my weaponry. We're in good shape. I am going to bring out my nice armor for... I don't really have anything to fix that with, that's the problem. And it's really expensive to fix it over here. Okay. Alright, y'all ready to talk to the crazy people again? Well, we're exactly an hour into the stream. We've got an hour left. The pacification field goes into play. Okay, so it wants us to talk to Dr. Klein, but let's go ahead and talk to the others real quick. Did I make stim packs from that? I did, okay.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear, facing me epidermis fleshed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
The quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin. I don't know how I know that. Not right now.
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming the words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity.
I mean, there's so many things to ask about. Let's see, who are you? What do you do
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
What's graph? 211 doctorates. How's that even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned. It's excessive examination of the human form to achieve psychological arousal. Disgusting. I would never succumb to such base appetites. Distractions. Filthy, filthy distractions. What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
I'm sometimes called a courier.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
What was the other question?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory. Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
Oh yeah, you would definitely not be standing. How am I still talking and walking around?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
Feels strange in here, peaceful but on
It is the
edge.
pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull.
You just
Without a
came into
brain,
Darla,
your
Mars.
aggression is suppressed in
Darla's
here.
kinda weird. Is there any way to shut it off?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again.
She's
Then
correct, I would.
have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all lobotomites here.
I have other questions.
Perhaps you are...
I don't see. Can you tell me about Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius. A monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
I don't understand how the tech Klein wants.
It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the Dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Yeah, that's why we have to be careful with these guys, because they will lobotomize everybody. Can you tell me about the Big Empty?
The Big Empty? Now that's not a proper title for this research facility. You sound like previous test subjects that came here. This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see. No matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Previous test subject?
Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
Why did you say 3-1 subject before?
Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure.
So the 3-1, the first one, the mean one, that was Father Elijah. The second one, the curious one, that was the other courier that's been mentioned several times. And the one who got traumatized, that was Christine, whose armor we're currently wearing. What happened with the visitors?
Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
We've spoken enough.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Alright, we gotta go talk to the other doctors. Oh, poor Dr. 8. Let's see. What was that again? Your voice module got damaged. I heard an attack. Let's see. That's too bad or good or something. Let's see, I'm pretty sure you can understand me and I want some answers. See, your damaged voice module. Can you tell me about the attack? Didn't catch that. Maybe part of the damage. Let's see. Sounds important, I think. After talking to him for a while, because of my high intelligence, I should be able to understand him better. I'm trying to remember how to do this. He's freaked out. Alright, just calm down. Don't worry. You sound agitated or... Ah, wait, after listening a bit, that's Robco Term Link Protocol you're broadcasting, right? I'm full of surprises. Nice pun on the header. I agree, if someone would take the time, you're more than just sound effects in a tank. That's Robco Term Link Protocol, doesn't that mean it can't be it can be hacked? Term link code, don't worry, I'm not going to take advantage of your exposed code. Not a problem. I know what's it like to be experimented on. Hopefully it makes him feel bad. Tell me you didn't sound ejaculate into my sonic emitter. Wasn't he just talking? Not really. So he's letting out Robco Terminal Protocol instead. It's all he can manage. So at least you've got some way to fire it up. At least we could talk over it. Can we talk it over next time? I got the emitter fully upgraded. I'm happy too. Can't let this thing gather dust. Are you okay? You look really happy. You should be proud. It's a nice device. Yeah, there's unfortunately several of them, so... Okay.
I can hear.
Don't talk to Klein yet. Oh, shut up, Klein. Nobody likes you. It's true. It's scientifically proven. Nobody likes Klein. That's Darla. There we go.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
By the way, if any of you seen the Venture Brothers, Dr. O, the person who voices Dr. O, voices the dad in the Venture Brothers show. You're Dr. O, correct?
Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco tech on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my Pip-Boy?
How dare you bring Robco tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain could make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
Calm down. I just want to ask you some
Fine.
questions.
Ask.
I heard you and 8 were attacked in a previous visitor by the previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Yep, that would be... tell me what happened.
This human. I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but...
Who are the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
Why is that?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
Barter 25. I'm gonna need to do... I need to do some bug central intelligence barter routines.
Sure, let's see. What can we feed that stupid personality chip? Ah, here we go. Some worthless bottle caps. These should do it. Just dump them on its surface, and the trade interface should pop up.
250 bottle caps. Very nice. What do you do here?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
It doesn't sound impressive, breaking machines, that is.
Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
Do you have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept a mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Are you sure? I'm a good listener. Got the ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
If they kept confusing the letter with the number, your name is Dr. Zero.
Yes, thank you. 0. I am 0. How hard is that? A narrow, thin 0.
I didn't know zero. O sounds much more impressive. That's not much of an improvement. Alright, so you want me to call you Zero?
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
If you wanted to differentiate the 0 and the O, you could just put a slash through the 0.
What?
0. Draw a slash through it.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
That's what makes you truly a 0.
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Well, there's power in 0. It reduces anything multiplied by it to 0.
Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. The biggest zero in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
So, Zero, got any amazing discoveries to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it?
2 scrap electronics certainly is interesting, whatever it once was.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Tell me about Mobius and the monsters of his.
That genius Mobius somehow cobbled together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
A giant robot scorpion?
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
Well, the name of the quest that started this was Midnight Science Fiction Feature. Can you tell me about this facility?
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
Alright, well, on to we got one more person to talk to before we go talk to Klein and advance the quest. We already talked to 8, so let's talk to...
Have you
okay,
come for
prepare
hello?
yourselves.
Oh, I'll give you a hello. A hello.
Yes, he really
unsurpassed
did.
in all creation.
Are you ready for Boris?
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Animal, did you just call me an animal?
Yes, animal. Hormones, pores, glands, all wrapped up in skin. Who knows what terrifying secrets lie beneath your epidermis?
Take over Big Mountain.
Scalpels shall tell us your secrets, even if we must cut deep for such knowledge. I was head of my biology class at American High, you know.
I encountered your pet in X8 and had to kill it.
So, you put down Gabe. Thank you. A scamp, but really, his highly augmented combat programming could have proved meddlesome. In any event, thank you for putting him down. One less test subject to catalog and sort. Clearly a failure of Doggy's cybo-engineering.
Who are you and what do you do
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Y'all can't see it, but I'm flipping him off for creating the cazadors.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain.
They're not sterile.
To preserve DNA and for observation.
What makes you think they haven't escaped? Those things are all over the
No,
Mojave.
such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
What makes you think they... I don't think they're sterile. They breed all right.
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
No, that's all right. Trust me.
Oh, that's too bad. Perhaps we can perform a sterility castration some other time then.
You haven't seemed to have a grasp on your own research.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
Alright, when did you create Cazadors?
In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards from the Great Static, or beyond. There were the Tarantula debates, and something about Hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
Yeah, he was definitely in public school. I want to know more about Mobius and the Forbidden Zone.
The malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying Robo-Scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging. He must be stopped, or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed.
Tell me about this radar fence around the crater.
The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us, and anything without a brain also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
The fence doesn't make much sense to me.
It makes perfect sense. Who are you to question the mighty
radar fence?
Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright. Who's laughing now, Betsy? I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party.
Yeah. And the day he was dropped on his head. Joe, did you just realize what the radar fence is for? Don't you want to leave here?
No! Beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains,
yeah, that's
there
him. That's what I said.
Beyond
He's the
Big
principal from the
Mountain.
school. He's Principal Dr. Boris. Evidence to the contrary?
Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable. Bother the other doctors with your crackpot theories. I have no time. None of us do.
Where is your hall pass, sir? What does Clyde with these particular technologies?
There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the Forbidden Zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable.
Where's your hall pass, Storm? I don't know. I must have lost it. I'm sorry. Can you tell me about the big mountain?
It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue our research, layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of the crater, until we have our answers. But no, Mobius will not let us rest, scaring us with his scary robots with their laser tails and blowing up all the time.
Why have you leveled this place?
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
Test cities?
Yes. In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tec was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. Get permission. Sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed.
What was this explosion?
Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped.
Alright, so, I got a little quest here. Let's go ahead and do this real quick and come back and finish him off, and then we'll go talk to Klein and wrap up some of the other quests. And I don't know if we're going to be able to finish Old World Blues today, but if I can, I will. We may have to go a little bit over, but... Yeah, talking to the think tank is a hoot. I waited. I was gonna do this in the first episode, but then I realized my level wasn't quite up enough to do most of the speech checks. So that's why we waited and did it now, because I've leveled up 7 times since we came here, and my skills are much higher than when we came in. So, all right. So I think it's over here. Yeah, because there's the Brock flowers. Wait, no. No, this isn't right. This is where I'm supposed to come. There we go, Games Bowl. About to ruin that brain's day. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I was able to drop in tonight then. Yep. Glad you were able to drop in as well, so... and we still got to talk to Klein, too, so that's going to be a hoot. Although, you might want to turn your volume down when we talk to Klein. He is permanently yelling, so just be aware of that.
We are reading increased levels of berserkity and securitrons from the deconstruction plant.
There was really no reason to do that. I'm back here.
The lobotomite returns. What insidious plan can it have brewing in its horrid mind?
No headphones, I'm good.
What
Okay.
commie anti-American propaganda will it spew?
Is this Gabe's bowl, your dog from X8, Gabe?
What? Why, yes, it is. I used to leave it outside his doghouse, chock full of chems, before the cybernetic modifications, of course. And no matter how chemmed the food, he would always eat it, and his tail would wag, even while you know, I'm having the most perplexing feeling squiggling through my biogel. I can't quite pin it down.
Sounds like Gabe really loved you.
Why, yes, Gabe. No matter how awful my day had been, he was always waiting there. How odd. My gel is decoagulating. And when I would talk to him about Betsy, and how Marcus would beat on me and call me Smarty's sissy pats, he'd just sit there, head on my knee, and...
Hope you feel really bad.
If
I've
you
seen a
don't mind,
robot cry.
I'll take that bowl. Just need to remove it. Put it away, somewhere out of radar range. For some reason, its similarity to the crater shape of Big Mountain is starting to fill up all available cognitive spaces. That, combined with my own overwhelming feeling of having done something terrible, the two were hitting me with unexpected force.
Sounds like you hurt someone who loved you very much.
As odd as it is, I believe that is the conclusion. And I wonder why it didn't hit me before, until I saw that memory in your hands. This sensation is unpleasant. I don't care for it. I don't care for this place either. And I feel as if we've forgotten something. Still, it is no matter. Crush the feeling down. Crush it down. Push it into the loop. Yes. Forgotten. Almost. Yes? I do not need to remember anymore. Not today. Until next time, then. Provide...
Alright, one to go. Klein, I have returned.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
Let's see. I'll be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank has to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
I've recovered all the technology information. I heard one of the previous visitors to the dome spoke to you about... asked you some questions.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh, well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
See, you seem to be the one in charge. You are.
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
Let's see. Who is Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank.
Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
Science 25 or 50. Robo-scorpions drain intelligence from living creatures. How, Kims?
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
Let's see. Why do I have this strange passive sensation?
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that
One-eyed
next time.
screen? Oh, are you talking about Mobius?
All aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however.
Oh, no, the eye screen. Oh, I see what
are
you're
a
talking about.
no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also
Yeah,
ensures your silence
all
to
of them
keep Big
got a
Mountain
small one
safe.
like that.
This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Why the anti-aggression program?
We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
Who were these visitors?
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
That's what he's really mad about. What is this place?
This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man and to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science. Atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
I've heard of this place called the Big Empty.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here.
Let's see. I'd like to know about the Forbidden Zone.
That glowing red scar, that laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child. It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
Let's see. Can you tell me more about these pylons?
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
I have some questions about this brain extraction y'all performed.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Gala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
You said before that Mobius might have my brain.
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
What's this autodoc surgery code you mentioned?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
Unfortunately, I can't do that check at the moment, so why would Mobius want my
Why
brain?
does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad. Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Alright, I think that was the last question. Yep, alright.
What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful.
Do these technology have the information that you need?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Guess what?
No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know?
Do you even know what these technologies do?
I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on how to use them? Yes, so let me... a bit, I'll figure it out.
Look, the antenna focuses brainwave patterns, right?
Yes, that's what I believe I said.
And the suit's a cardiac regulator, and the sonic frequency is a spinal vibrator. So basically, the X antenna represents our brain that was removed. The suit represents our heart that was removed. And the sonic frequency is the spine that was removed.
I've got it. The cardiac regulator in the suit, the antenna for brain waves, and the sonic frequency for the vertebral nerves.
Yes?
I'm thinking. This is all very complicated. Let me check something. Of course. I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his.
Alright, I'm on my way. Oh, I don't actually have the ability to answer these. So I go after him then?
The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Oh, and level up. Ooh, level 20. Okay. Let's push speech up to 95. Gotta get it to 100 sooner rather than later. Let's see. Yeah, science to 80. Now let's leave science at 80 for now. That's fine. Push medicine up to 70. Got 7 skill points left. No, I haven't upgraded my weapon skills for a bit. Let's do that, and then these two into lockpick. And we get a new perk! Woo! Okay, let's see what's new this level first. Solar powered. The strength is useless, but lets me regenerate health in the sun. Let's see. Assuming no. You kill a target and advance 20 action points per game. That's not great. Each criminal limb you have. Explorer. Explorer's kind of bad, honestly. Oh, damn. Paralyzing Palm. Computer Whiz. Alright, so I think Adamantine Skeleton is definitely a possibility. So is Life Giver and Fast Metabolism. Can't be knocked down in combat, though. Also Toughness. And Bloody Mess for an extra for more damage. Bonus health with stim packs. Extra health. You know what? I'm in melee. I take a lot of damage. Let's go for Adamantine Skeleton. Alright. Y'all ready for this? Robo Scorpions! Back up, back up, back up!
Robo Scorpion!
My dude, do you really want to come running at me right now? Oh! And he lost his head. He's going to lose his head for painting the roses red.
You won't escape.
Back up, back up, back up. Boom. Again, back up, back up, back up. Boom. Okay, save the game. The game can crash at this point. Y'all ready for this? I'm gonna try this legitimately. If I can find my way around.
The X-42 giant. This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you. Your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is Mobius. Oh, it looks like the target drones got activated and oh, how cute! They're engaging the X-42 attack in the name of Mobius.
Ah, I died. I almost had him though. I think the real scorpions are. I think that real scorpions are more terrifying. I have to agree. I almost had him though.
Giant robo scorpion is alive.
Ow.
Initiate your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is Mobius. Oh, it looks like the target crushed them with your pincers. Oh, how cute. In the name of Mobius.
Okay. I guess the drones didn't last long enough on him that time.
The X-42 giant robo scorpion is alive! Awaken my pet! Initiate your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is Mobius! Oh, it looks like the target drones got activated and oh, how cute! They're engaging the X-42 giant robo scorpion! Let's see the shrapnel fly!
I missed? How did I miss? Oh, we got him, we got him, we got him. Back up, back up, back up, back up. We got him. Let me go ahead and save real quick. I don't remember how to get to Mobius now. I can go up here. What? Where's my... Oh. It got removed from my... Okay. Hotkey. Need that. That's the last piece I need for the sink. And it's Mobius' own personal think tank. Is that without the pacification field? But he does have friends. Robo-brains everywhere. Hey, Mobius. How you doing, buddy?
Hmm? Yo! Hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went
I
black
understand
a while
completely,
ago.
Mobius.
That's old age for you. Should look at
Actually, I
getting
suspect
the
most of the
visual
people in the
nerves
chat right now
reattached.
understand Mobius.
It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Thanks.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
You're exactly what I expected.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Or maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
I can't fix your monitor, but you're getting ghost reception. I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon Mentats break.
He's a druggie. So, why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. The anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well.
I was curious about something.
I find things curious as well. Go on.
Can you tell me about your robo-scorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army.
He has
Mine
raisins,
came
yes.
to me after these rather
Not
large
reasons,
scorpions
raisins.
kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
I was curious about
Yes,
some things. You don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take Mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Wait, sounds like you built the Robo-Scorpions, issued threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
Everything you told me doesn't add up. Your plan, even your name, Mobius.
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
You reprogrammed their names as part of a recursion loop? What, to trap their processors?
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
Recursion loop is designed to prevent the flow of information.
The
So
radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail.
Klein, Mobius, O's a circle, 8 is an infinity symbol. They're all loops, I get it.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time, and history. All that is left is what's
Okay, later,
here.
Mars. Say hi to Belle for
I
me.
reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional.
See, minor detail, but a snake devouring its own tail is Ouroboros, not... or...
Really? It is so
yeah, I get it.
unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
If you lobotomize a think tank, why terrorize
Well,
them?
it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
But there must have been other signs of a larger
There
world.
have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
Cranial injury from the attack outside Good Springs.
Yes, very good. I should have Mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial selves into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
So, if I don't get my brain back in my head, I can't leave ever?
Oh, no. I doubt your brain would be so unreasonable. It already knows the trick of it, you see. Doesn't need to be in a host body at all. If you become friends or exist in an uneasy truce with weapons aimed at each other, it would unlock the fence for you. Well, once the think tank was dealt with, of course, your brain is a responsible sort. Doesn't want mad scientists running around everywhere.
Klein said that they had the idea to get the 3 technologies after your broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
So, what is the purpose of the technology?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit, why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things.
I never thought of the Wizard of Oz
all
being
the
about
time
murderous
in the
thugs. That's a
story.
new one.
Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
Was there any other data transmitted in your threat broadcast?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
But the think tank downloaded the schematics, not the items. They can rebuild them.
That means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
Alright, so we do this the violent way.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Alright, let's go talk to my brain. We're going to call it quits for the day after I finish the talking to my brain. Because that's just something I want to show off now and not wait for next week for. Okay, dumbass.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
You don't get to be sarcastic to me. Why does my brain sound so masculine?
Ah, well, as to that, you'd be surprised how hard a feminine-sounding voice modulator is to find in the Forbidden Zone. It's not as though brain-sustaining life support tanks grow on trees. I had to take what I could get.
Are you my brain? This is too weird.
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Why are you such a
well,
dick?
That's a fine how do you do. Me. Quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have
Actually,
we
yes, you are.
got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
We are... Of course you're responsible. You're my brain. I didn't realize you were so much distressed. Listen, you're my brain. You better be respectful. We'll revisit this topic later. Of course you're responsible. You're my brain.
I certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you. That sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone. Do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
Medicine, but you're the source of most of those glands, unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame.
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Admit it, you're just as glandular as I am.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back in my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
What about the good things? What about a cool breeze on your cheek, the smell of food, love?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we'll have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete with if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for some wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
See, they promised to put us back together once I did what they did. Then let's go make them share. Come on, Brain, it's stomping time.
Oh, lovely. We've reached the mindless violence portion of the program. Tell me, what exactly are you, and I use the word loosely, planning?
Let's see. Melee weapons or unarmed. The brains have forgotten the little things. Things like sharp blades and heavy chunks of steel.
Going the old-fashioned route, are we? I rather like it. What's next?
If the think tank won't hold up the end of their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Alright, let's level up. Put 5 points into unarmed. Let's see, 5 more points into speech, putting us at 100. We're good on speech from now on. Medicine up to 75. And 2 more points into lockpick. Alright. Whoops. Okay. Before we go and end this,
What's the haps?
got a sound file for you.
scalpel. The fish scalpel.
Client awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. Let's see. Gonna put this on so I have max science. What's my current speech? Speech is 100, yeah. Prepares at 95. I think we're as prepared as we can get.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
You think I am the lobotomite? No, for in my skull houses the brain of Mobius!
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
I don't have a high enough science or medicine. Shoot. Think you're past due for your lobotomy, Klein.
A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert!
Firing brainial beams at my spectral array of dissection lasers.
Let's gang up on it, guys.
Sorry, guys.
I am so going to attack this target with my...
Damn, they have all kinds of stuff on them. I really am sorry, guys. There was just no way to do this without... I just couldn't pass the check. Now, I could go back and pass the check, and I might do that. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Because it's kind of funny when you pass the check. But that's it. Let's go ahead and leave. Hold on, I'm going to drop a save here just in case.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity. with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910.
That's a long time. This place survived.
It, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Lost the brainless perk. You've gained the big brain perk. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head still cannot be crippled, and you only are 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has improved by 10%. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transponder. It's capable of transporting you and you alone between the Mojave Wasteland and Big Mountain. To return to the Mojave, or to go back to Big Mountain from the Mojave, simply equip the transponder as you would any weapon, pull the trigger, and away you'll go. No, it won't work in interiors and in combat situations. It's totally incapable of harming your enemies.
Huzzah! Huzzah, sir!
Thank you, everybody. Good work, everybody. These still have not started growing yet. Okay, so just one thing before we prepare to end off. If you want to, you can replace the Heartless and Spineless perks and get back your spine and your heart. I'm not going to do so. I find the perks for keeping your... Well, I might take the spine back. Actually, hold on. Let me look at the perks for Heartless and Spineless. Well, I'm keeping the Heartless because it makes me immune to poison. Spineless, though. Hold on. Spineless might be worth changing out. Okay, so Spineless is a perk. Courier strength and damage threshold are raised by 1 point. District Courier cannot be crippled. Let's see. Reinforced Spine is the upgraded... is the perk from getting your spine back in. Let's see. Double the strength and damage threshold bonus to +2. The cost of... Stop jumping around! Okay, cost of being crippled again. So it's an extra point of damage threshold is all it would do. Oh, shoot. I went into that fight wearing these scrubs. No wonder I took so much damage. Yeah, so I have a base 6 damage threshold with nothing on. That's 25. That's not bad at all. I think I'm fine with what I have. Okay. So, this is where we're going to end off for today. I think we have done plenty. So I want to thank you for watching if you did. I will be streaming Starfield tomorrow because I will not be available on Sunday. So be looking forward to that. We'll be streaming from probably from 10 to 2 as usual. I may have to start a little bit later. I got a haircut appointment, so we shall see about that. Other than that, I think that's it. So, thank you for watching if you did, and I hope to catch you next time as we continue more of Fallout New Vegas. Oh, hold on. What about if you put the heart back in? So, okay, so the heart back in, hold on, let me pull that up. Now, I'm just going to specify that I'm not going to do this, and the reason I'm not going to do this is because I lose full immunity to poison, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep my poison immunity. But the bonuses for putting your heart back in is 50% poison resistance instead of immunity, minus 25% chance crit chance from robots, so robots have a less chance to crit you, and you have bonus healing with certain items. So basically you get 15 extra points of healing from a stim pack, and several other healing items throughout the game also provide bonus healing as well. Like I said, I like the immunity to poison because Cazadors are nasty, and I do not like getting poisoned by Cazadors. Go ahead and save since... Alright, and like I said, that will be the end of this stream. I shall see you guys tomorrow for Starfield. Thank you very much, everyone, and goodbye.